Hello, everybody. My name is Bliss, and I am doing my first podcast ever. So, my podcast tonight is called Playing with Energy. The first time I heard about this was, about 30 years ago. And I was reading a book, and it talked about everybody has an energy field. Some people call it your aura. And they were talking about how to make energy and how to do energy. So I thought I'd share it with everybody today. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to rub your hands together just for a couple seconds. And then don't cup them like this, but keep them out like this. And put your hands like this and start to feel the energy. You can feel the energy building. Some people will say their hands will tingle, the palms of their hands will start to tingle. Some people feel heat. Some people will feel cold. You can start to feel that compactness right there. So just feel that. And as you push it together, it'll start to build. And it will make what I learned was an energy ball. You can kind of hold that ball. You can put it into a part of you that might be sore. You can create another one. So my son was quite young when I first started doing this. And we were in a vehicle with my husband driving. And what we would do is we'd make these energy balls, and then we go, oh, that car going by looks like it needs some help. Let's give it an energy ball. And it was fun, and it kept him entertained. And then as I got older, and I read more books, and I heard about more things, I learned different ways to play with energy. So here are a couple things that we can do. So go back to rubbing your hands. Go ahead. You'll feel that energy. Like I said, some people feel tingling, some people feel cold, some people feel heat. If you don't feel it yet, you will. Just keep feeling that. Now, you can close your eyes. Sometimes when I close my eyes, I can feel it much better. Sometimes when I keep my eyes open, I can feel it really good too. So just take that. Now, what we're going to do is I want you to imagine, you're just playing with this little energy field here. I want you to imagine that you have two magnets. Magnet on each palm of your hand. And you know how magnets can either be drawn together or they can push apart? I want you to imagine that you have the two magnets and they're pushing apart. Do you feel that? Feel how hard it is to try and get your hands together? So you've got these two magnets that are keeping them pushed apart. Feel that? It's like they don't want to go together. How fun is this? Do you ever think you could do that? Okay. Now let's switch it up for a minute. Imagine you have a rubber band, and it goes from one palm to the other. You know how rubber bands, you kind of stretch them out, and they want to snap back together? You feel that? Can you feel the energy? Can you feel the stretching? It wants to snap back together? How fun is this? Stretch it out. Way out. Oof. Let's go back together. Okay. Let's switch it up again. Remember the old slinkies? You know, the big, well, they're about this tall. They're a big spiral spring. And you could, if you did it down the stairs, it'd go bloop, 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 bloop down the stairs. Well, imagine you're holding a slinky. You've got one side in one hand, the other side in the other palm of your hand. Just play the slinky back and forth. Feel that? If you can't, close your eyes. I bet you can. You feel how that goes back and forth? Isn't that neat? Okay, now do your slinky all the way. Zoom. Zoom. You feel that? You didn't know you could have so much fun playing with energy, did you? Slinky's going back and forth. All right, let's change it up again. Let's have a ping pong ball. Ping pong balls are about this big, and they're pretty light. So in your hands, and if you ever lose your feeling in your hands, just rub your hands together, then do them out a little bit. So we have a ping pong ball in our hand. Just throw it up, catch it in this hand. Throw it up a little bit, catch it in this hand. Throw it up a little bit, catch it in this hand. You feel that? Catch it. There you go. I want you to throw it up higher. A little more. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Oh, let's try a tennis ball. Kind of soft, but they weigh more. So let's do a little bit. You feel it? Do you feel it landing in your hand? You should be able to feel it landing in your hand. Try it back. You feel that? Do it again. There you go. Let's go again. Okay, this time well, we don't want to hit the ceiling because it might come back at us too fast. But let's try 4 about the ceiling, okay? Here we go. There we go. Try it again. You feel that? Isn't that fun? There we go. One more time. Okay, now that we've played with rubber bands, magnets, ping pong balls, a tennis ball, let's try something completely different. You ready? All right. Rub your hands together. I want you to imagine you have a clock on your hand. And we all know how clocks work. Now mine's going to go backwards from yours because I'm backwards. Well, okay, I'm not backwards, but it's going to show backwards. So mine's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yours is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because that's how you're holding it. So imagine the clock's on your hand. You have it on a strap here, so it's on this hand. Now I want you, it's a big clock. Big clock. Just put your hand up here at 12 o'clock. What does the energy feel like? Close your eyes if you need to. What does the energy feel like? Is it bubbly? Is it cold? Is it hot? Feel the palm of your hand. What does it feel like? Now I want you to come over here to 3 o'clock. For you, it'd be over here. 3 o'clock. Does it feel different? Does it feel the same? Go back up to 12 o'clock. What does it feel like? Does it feel the same? Does it feel different? Go down to 6 o'clock. Ooh, that feels different, doesn't it? What does it feel like? How about 9 o'clock? What does it feel like? Feel the same? Feel different? Back to 6 o'clock. 5 o'clock. 4 o'clock. 2 o'clock. 11 o'clock. Isn't it odd how a clock can feel so different? How can that be? I don't know. The energy's different. All right. Let's take this in a whole different direction. Let's pretend our arms are floating in water. You don't have to float this high. I just have to float this high so you can see me. Arms are floating in water. Just floating in nice warm water. Let's move the water around. What happens when we push it this way? You feel that? You can close your eyes if you want. Can you pull it towards us? Feel that? Push it away. Let's go this way. Does it feel different? Can you feel the resistance on your hands? Yeah. Okay, let's go quickly. Did you feel that? Come back slow. How different does the water feel? Just play with it a little bit. Go back and forth. You can move your body with it too. Back and forth and around. How does that feel? Play with your fingers in it. How does it feel? Okay. Now let's take this water and we're going to change the still water to a stream. The stream is running this way. Can you feel the water running through your hands when you hold them still? So let's float downstream with the water a little bit. Ready? Just float downstream. Now come back upstream. You got to fight that water because it's a pretty strong stream. Do you feel that? And float back downstream. And push it back up. And float back downstream. You feel the bubbles in the water? You feel all of that? Just go up the stream and back down. Upstream and back down. All right. Let's take this one step further. Let's say we're in the ocean. You ever been in the ocean? It's fun. There's waves in the ocean. You can feel them. And if you just let your arms ride on the waves, you feel them going up and down. Like I said, if you ever lose the feeling in your hands, just rub your hands back together. Close your eyes. Let your arms float in the ocean water this time. Feel the waves? Feel that? Just floating on the waves. Oh, watch out for the jellyfish. Whoo! There went one. Oh, did you see that fish over there? All right. Floating on the waves. Isn't that fun? All right. Let's try another one. I like this one. I did not realize that my hands would do this. So, rub your hands together. Pull them apart. I like this. And then what you want to do is you just want to watch what happens when you move one finger towards the other one. Before you know it, you'll find your fingers are moving. All right, let's try a different one. I am not doing this on this hand. It is just the energy pulling from this hand. That one surprised me. How I could do, and it just automatically responded. It's just kind of funny. I'm not doing anything. It's just coming right over. Just pulling it with his hand, and it's just coming over with this one. Not even trying. It just kind of moves on its own accord. I am not so good at pulling with this hand. This hand over here doesn't want to respond as easy. It has to think about it for a minute before it responds. But there's something that you can do, something that you can try. You can do that with other people. You can ask them to hold their hand up, and you tell them that there's energy, and just tell them that you're going to pull their fingers with the same finger on your hand, and watch what happens. You both might be surprised. So that's an easy thing you can do. Then another thing you can do is you can take your hands when you feel the energy. You can do it over yourself. You can do, and you can feel it. So we all have an energy field. And you can go, and I like to close my eyes to feel it. Some people do, some people don't. It's whatever you prefer. You can go down to where you feel their energy start to get thick, kind of push against you. It's kind of like your arms floating in water. You can kind of feel that. And you can run your hand up and down your own body and see if you feel it. See if you feel tingling. See if you feel twitching in your hands or your feet. So you can feel that. If you have a sore spot, like I said, you can run your hands over it. You can make that energy ball and put it into your sore spot. You can run your hands, feel the energy, maybe stir up the area, the energy around the part of your body that is uncomfortable or isn't feeling really good. Just see how that feels. Just tune in and feel that. It's very fascinating, especially when you get to your face. I've always been able to feel, like I can feel the heat in my hands, on my face. It's very interesting. If you're ever bored at night, you can't sleep, ta-da! You have a new game you can play. New toy to play with until you fall asleep. And this can actually really calm your nervous system and help you fall asleep. Just moving your hands up and down your body can really calm everything down. Calm your parasympathetic nervous system, if I said that right. Calm everything down and help you fall asleep. You can do this to animals. You can do it on your cat, your dog, your horse, your tiger, giraffe, whatever kind of animal you have. I used to think I wanted a giraffe, but did you know that their heads, especially the male giraffes, can weigh 2,000 pounds? I learned that at a zoo when I got to pet some giraffes and feed them. And since male giraffes, they do the old headbutting thing when they fight. Did not know that. That's why their heads have to weigh so much. So those long, skinny necks that I thought their heads had to be light, no, their heads are really heavy. Little fact. Okay, that's off the subject. But you can do this on your animals. It will calm them. I saw somebody in our group one time petting their dog. When they were not touching their dog was laying down, and they were just going like this. And I was like, oh, yeah, she knows you're petting her. And he was just like, yep. So your animals pick up on your energy, and they pick up on if you're sick or hurt or not feeling well or upset. And when they have problems or you want them to be able to relax and calm down, you can just go ahead and run your fingers over them, run your hands over them, and they love it. It's very calming for them. Just move your hands around. Never know. Might be your animal's favorite thing. While you're doing that, while you're running your hands over your animals, see if you can feel warm spots. You can do it on yourself too. See if you can feel warm spots or cold spots. Maybe it tingles like champagne bubbles, or if you don't drink champagne bubbles, soda pop bubbles. Maybe it feels like that. You will find when you think, when you tune into it and you actually start feeling it, you'll be amazed at the different hot, cold. You can even feel hot and cold at the same time. Hot, cold, bubbly, just all different feelings that will come through your hands. Another fun thing to do is have a friend of yours lay down, tell them to close their eyes, and just relax, and then just move your hands over them. If you don't have somebody that you're living with, imagine somebody. It can be a brother, a sister, a child, a parent, and just imagine them there, just like I said. So if this is your person that you're imagining, they can be on a bed, they can be on a table, it doesn't matter. I've used my dining room table, it works. I'll just think about it, and I'll bring my hands down to where I feel their energy field, because I'm imagining the person there, imagining him there, and then I'll just start running my hands up and down, and I'll just kind of let them go wherever they want to go. And my fingers do their own thing, and it's amazing what you feel. Sometimes you just want to be over a spot for a little bit. And then sometimes one arm will just kind of like go off on its own, and that's okay. And then it might come back, or you might move this one off to where it is. Just let your hands go wherever they go. And if you have a real person, it's kind of fun to leave your eyes open. With them, with their eyes closed, just relaxing. Because sometimes you'll see their fingers start twitching. Or their toes will twitch. Or they will have involuntary movements. And it's not because you're the puppet master and you're making them dance. It's because their body's actually healing. It's coming through your hands, your energy going into them, and they can heal of all sorts of things. Now, every time you do it, don't be expecting that suddenly Aunt Martha is going to be healed of her whatever. Just have fun with it. Just play with it. Just enjoy it. All right. That's my fun with energy. Does anybody have any questions, comments, thoughts, ideas? I'm open to questions, thoughts, comments, ideas. You can unmute yourself, raise your hand, or put it in the chat. If not, then I'm going to sign off and say I love y'all, and I hope you enjoyed my first podcast ever. And until next time, this is Bliss. Bye.